And hello, hello, hello. I'm Chris Angel, and welcome to another episode of ACNH 3.0, My Island of Chris Noella, which I am redoing. Now, if anybody remembers, on our last episode, we used Resetti to basically tear down the island and so I could start from scratch. Now, what Resetti does is he puts everything away, and he will put your custom designs. He'll pick them up. He does not take off regular like dirt or brick or any of that. It won't get rid of any of that, but it will get rid of all of your items. It will put all of that into storage. He doesn't get rid of trees or plants, but he will get rid of flowers. And of course, he doesn't move houses or flatten land. So I still, I think maybe 13 or 14 hours later, got the island flat. I had to get out the island designer, put on my little hard hat, and flatten everything. I had to move all of the houses out to the beach. I did not pick up all of the grounds, but everybody's house has been moved to the beach. However, what I did do, I noticed my rock garden, there was something about it that was bugging me. And so I said, man, I really want to move this rock. So I used the mannequin method. 9 hours later, I finally got the rocks where I wanted them. It's still not completely perfect, but it is close enough. We are more in a circle. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of mannequins. If you do decide to use the mannequin method, I advise doing it every 2 to 3 steps. I was doing it every 3 steps or so, I thought, but somewhere, somehow, some parts were still not getting picked up. It's still a little crooked, isn't it? I don't know how to fix that, but no, we are not moving 2 more rocks to here and here. No, not happening. This is good enough. This is going to have to do, because it took me 9 hours to get this. Oh my gosh. And then half the problem was I'd come and find the rock not there, and I would have to hunt. However, if you do use the mannequin method, it is the easiest for picking all I do not have to go around and pick up every one of these mannequins. This is how you do it. This is why I decided to show this so you can see how to do it. So you're going to go to your custom designs, and I had moved this one. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to change the design. Now, do I really have to change anything? No, I can just move around. And then tell it I'm done. Confirm. And voila, they're all gone. Every one of them. All gone. So it makes it a lot easier to undo. It absolutely is much, much, much easier. Now, because I had to do a lot of time traveling, because I think I had at least 12 days where I had to go back and try to figure out where the random rock had been put. And I swear, I would think, how on earth did a rock get in there? I had no idea, but it did. So as I said, they're not perfect. They're not perfect. It really would be nice if this one was over 1 and that one was over 1, but it will do. Most likely, I will put something. I will put something in the middle or something. We'll make it. It kind of is going to bug me, but we're just going to have to let it do. And that's why I didn't pick up any of my my floors or anything like that. I didn't do any of that, because you don't have to put a mannequin on the brick floor or anything like that. So I left that all there, but I had mannequins everywhere, just absolutely everywhere. I did try to go ahead and plant a few money trees while I was thinking about it, because moving all those houses did cost quite a lot. Tearing down all my bridges and staircases. Obviously I didn't tear down every bridge, but I think I did tear down every staircase, and that just took, oh my goodness, so much time. Having to go back and forth, and you have to, time skip and all this other type of nonsense. And so I need some help. I need some ideas. What are we going to do? Maybe the first thing I can do is work around this rock garden. But something else I would love to do is show you, only because of my daughter, it's going to make her mad if I do this. And for some reason, I never had trouble making a perfect snowboy. So if I can find the other snowball, I will go ahead and see if I can make a perfect snowboy. But I got to find the other one. Now, it is a little tougher when they don't put them close to each other. Usually they do, but I noticed sometimes it didn't. And so let's see if we can find the other one. The first one is here. Now, we might not even be able to find a second one if a dung beetle is pushing it somewhere. But a dung beetle is pushing it somewhere. Okay. Let's get rid of you, and let's go and make ourselves a perfect snowboy. Why not? So I just kick it. I also noticed a couple of times when I was trying to make a perfect snowboy, it would seem that two of my snowballs did not want to really go next to each other. And I realized that sometimes when I wanted to put it in a specific spot, it just wouldn't let me. So that wound up being the issue. Now, really, you want to get the second snowball. Yumi, don't step on my cat jumped up. You want to get the second snowball a good full size smaller than your first one, and then run them into each other. Now, let me take a peek at this. That actually looks about right. Let's give it a try and see. Just a tad more. There we go. Okay. Let's see. There it is. For some reason, I just don't have trouble with it. So, my daughter, she gets mad. No, you show off. You're just rubbing it in. I don't know how. It just didn't find. I eyeball it. But anyway, I could use some ideas on what to build. Now, I did have one idea of building a little bit of a garden around our rock garden. And so I'll give that a little bit of thought, and maybe that's something that we can do on this island. This is maybe going to be a little bit of a shorter video. Now, don't faint, because, we all know I'm not very good at making short videos. I talk way, way, way too much. But let's give it a little thought and see. Whoopsies. I even bought some turnips, and what an idiot. I bought a couple of stacks of turnips because it was so hard to move the trees and all that. So I was like, let me just eat a stack of turnips because that's 10 of them, and then I can pull up 10 trees or whatever. Then I did that, and I would get rid of a bridge or get rid of a staircase, and I would time skip. And I time skipped past a Sunday, so all of a sudden I had 4 stacks of rotten turnips. Oh my God. So the next time, I think I only bought 2 stacks, and then I used both of them to move the rest of the trees and everything that I have. But oh my goodness, this has been a very painful process of resetting. So and as you can see, I've got lots and lots of weeds now. I think throughout all of it, I wound up going a 30 days. So that little thing that they tell you about Resetti coming back after 30 days and being a little bit cheaper of a price, that's true. So maybe, since this is just a tad bit off, maybe we can have like an entrance to our garden in here. And I figured we could probably put a gazebo in here and then make maybe a little bit of a rainbow garden. Well, maybe not. I don't have that many colored, but red and white, of course, because it is still going to be a Christmas island. So maybe we can do something like that. How does that sound to everybody? That is an idea. As you can see, I really didn't do much more with the rivers. I might go ahead and keep this one here. I kind of like the way that this wound up. We can put a tree in here maybe. We have some other ideas. This is where my garden was before. And as you can see, that's what I wound up doing, is having some varied dirt types. Path. Oh goodness, a little while ago I couldn't think of the word path to save my life, and I think I was calling it the floor. But anyway, the brick path or any of those, I kept those there because you don't have to put mannequins on. But with most of the island being empty, it took me hours and hours and hours first to get the stupid mannequins down, and then I figured, okay, well, I've got the hard part done. No, the hard part was yet to come. I still had to find the rocks and then bust the rock and put more mannequins. Oh my goodness, it was a painful process. But as I said, the reason I did this video the way I did today is so that you can see how easy it is to get rid of them if you do use the mannequin method, rather than having to either pick up pathing or pick up items or anything like that. There were a couple places, I think over on the right, where I was just checking to see, could a rock possibly get in here, that I put a couple of paths down. I might have already picked them up. Maybe. Might have picked them up. I don't remember. I don't even remember where it was. But yeah, it was somewhere around here that I was trying to not have to deal with those stupid mannequins anymore. But anyway, we'll keep today's short. We'll give it a thought, and I will try to get things ready for another video next time. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining. And yes, I need help. I need some ideas for what else I can do. As I said, I think we're going to do like a garden area around that rock garden. Maybe that will what we will do first, because trying to get that rock garden ready has made me want to put the game down and never pick it up again. 9 hours. I timed it. I'm obnoxious. 9 hours. 9 painful hours it took to try to get this stupid thing ready. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll join you next time. Bye-bye.